As protests heat up nationwide amid new instances of police brutality, weeks of demonstrations are turning into policy changes in some larger cities. Here in Portland, protests continue for a 17th consecutive night, and groups are beginning to push more action items to keep the movement going after all these marches end. Welcome to KOIN 6 News at 11 o'clock. I'm Wayne Haverly. The Rose City Justice protest and march attracted a pretty huge crowd today at Jefferson High School. The protesters marched from the school to Alberta Park. KOIN 6's Jennifer Dowling has the details on the group's plans moving forward from here. She joins us live now from downtown, where another protest has been happening, but it broke up pretty early tonight.
It did. There are still some small groups out, and police are doing a grid pattern. They're roving through the downtown blocks, as you can see behind me. And then also, just a few seconds ago, we had a firework go off here at Pioneer Courthouse Square is where we're stationed. We were following some of those groups of protesters around and police and the action that they're using against them to break them up. So we saw the column of smoke coming from the edge of the old courthouse there. And then we saw what looked like police firing a non-lethal round at someone who perhaps set that off. It's kind of hard to tell from back here, but it definitely was a firework. And fireworks are one of the things that police were very frustrated with earlier. It's one of the reasons they say they called a civil disturbance and unlawful assembly very early, well before our 10 o'clock broadcast on the CW, and started clearing people out of the park. They said that people were either launching or throwing large fireworks. And we know that at these protests, things can change on a dime. And that was shown as evidenced yesterday and the Rose City Justice protest at Revolution Hall. That was a peaceful march and protest, and it was going okay until they got further into southeast Portland. Then things got a little hairy. Police say that when the marchers were near Southeast 31st and Powell, a motorist got entangled in the march, and some people associated with the demonstration broke some of the windows out of that car and slashed the tires, chasing the vehicle as it attempted to leave. Police say they're investigating the incident and are trying to track down those involved. Now, one of the Rose City Justice organizers told me today that they have secured different guardianship to prevent something like that from happening again. Meanwhile, today's crowd on the east side was even bigger than yesterday. Take a look.
We were worried that shifting location would really impact the numbers. Looking out at you, I can't see that changed much. I think we have more.
And the organizers of today's rally and march said they wanted to kick off the event at Jefferson High School because it sits in a neighborhood that's experienced gentrification. They also announced today that they're merging with the Portland Civil Rights Collective. They say they will be organizing in a manner that will allow them to effectively impact change and work on policy. They say they will have the infrastructure now to make sure that they can engage with the community so other individuals can tell them what they want moving forward, because they say it's a community-led organization.
But this feels like everything I've ever wanted, everything I've ever prepared for. So thank you for trusting in that. We are going to be merging officially and creating Rose City Justice, a civil rights collective, and we are bridging our efforts. It's really exciting.
We want a $50 million defunding of the police now and annually moving forward.
Now, they are using the acronym DRIP to describe their policy demands, which is divest, reinvest, and protect. They say that if they're going to move forward with police, they want to be able to elect a police commissioner as well. Now, the Rose City Justice Coalition also released a statement on Instagram in support of those at the Justice Center. We have a strong relationship with those who are organizing the protests at the Justice Center and believe that every form of protest is the voice of the unheard. As a civil rights collective, it's important to have the messages of the oppressed people amplified throughout the city to make lasting policy changes. So back out here live downtown, we have some people who are confronting police in the streets here. We've had police kind of working a grid pattern going through the area downtown here, clearing people out after the protest apparently got rowdy early on with some fireworks and such. So we're watching a conversation here, possibly a confrontation. I'm not sure if that man's a protester or just someone who's living downtown, but we'll keep an eye on things and have any updates for you here at the 11 o'clock. Back to you, Wayne.